The RWBY Volume 8 trailer has come out, and the RWBY RTX panel revealed some cool stuff. So let's talk about that here on today's episode of BrobusCast, RWBY Edition.
When you don't know where to turn to, and you're sure all hope is gone. When the day you waited for won't come, and dark won't yield to dawn. Just open up your eyes. The truth is there, but sometimes in disguise. The ways of sin, but we're together, moving toward the light. When we trust in love and open our eyes.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of BrobusCast. I'm your host, Brobuscus. With me today is Aidan. Okay, and we also have Nate.
I woke up to find out that people shit me with Blake.
Well,
All right,
I
then.
approve of this.
at least you're happy about it.
Okay, so we have quite a bit to talk about today. And for once, I'm not complaining one bit.
Yeah, because we're talking about a lot of Ruby stuff.
Indeed.
So what the deal with the rubies?
Well, the new Volume, I guess that's what we're calling it now. Has a trailer out. So let's talk about that.
Yep. It was very short, didn't show a whole lot of stuff, but there are a whole bunch of things that we can get from it.
Indeed.
I kind of like that it was as short as it was, to be honest, because it didn't reveal too much, which I actually like.
Yeah, I've heard some people complaining that it was short and didn't show too much. So which I'm just like, oh, do you want them to spoil the whole volume for you?
Exactly, because when they do longer trailers, people then go and complain that they're revealing too much. So it's like, can't have them happy either way.
Hmm.
But at
Plus
least
it's-
this way there's more surprise.
Yeah.
Plus it's not like Red versus Blue, where a trailer comes out and it spoils the ending of the season. I'm not implying anything. What are you talking about?
Are you talking about the season 13 trailer?
Yep.
You know, I completely forgot about that trailer by the end of that season. I cry every time.
Indeed.
Wait,
Okay.
you're telling me you're not supposed to spoil an entire show in a trailer?
No.
No,
you're
I
not.
cry when I watch that. Like, the end of the season.
Oh, I need to rethink my life choices then.
Okay, so let's just go. I'm just gonna go through this shot by shot. I have the trailer up so we can get through that. Okay, first up we have this whale. What is the community calling this thing again?
I honestly forget. A whole bunch of RubyTubers had different names for it.
Great. Okay, well it's obviously.
Confirmed. Oh, sorry.
Well, I think it's clear to say that it's based on that one giant whale from Pinocchio.
Monstro, yeah.
Monstro, that's what it was.
I think Miles did give it an official name in the panel.
Yeah,
A
but we
while
don't use
ago?
official names for Grimm these days. We
Probably
kinda-
just gonna be easier to call it Monstro.
Sure. I mean, like, they called that giant monster Grimm in Volume 6 a Leviathan, but everyone calls it Grimmzilla.
Didn't they call it Levi?
Yes. I still say it's Grimmzilla because that's what it is.
Is it weird? That makes me think I want to see the Leviathan fight Levi from Attack on Titan. So we get Levi versus Levi. My money's on Levi.
April Fool's Death Battle.
Yeah, there you go.
I'd be totally cool with that.
So would I, actually. That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah.
So anyways, this whale. I'm not entirely sure what sort of purpose it's going to have in this volume. Obviously, it's going to be big and imposing and threatening, and it's Salem's base, I guess, for now.
Yeah, it's gonna be her base. She's gonna send a couple Grim out to get some elbow grease and headlight fluid.
Yep, that's exactly what's going to be. We're making a bunch of Red vs. Blue references in the past few weeks.
And then they're
Imagine...
gonna
sorry.
gonna steal the Relic of Creation by mistake.
Yep.
Just have the whale like eat Atlas and then just like cough up the relic afterwards. Problem solved. But if that is going to be the base for all the villains, imagine how uncomfortable that will be for like all the humans, just like chilling inside a grim whale.
You know, it's solely because of it being based off a Monstro that I still think it could eat the plane that protagonists are in.
Yeah, probably.
Especially considering the Penny and Pietro are there.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been saying that's how Pietro's probably going to die this volume.
I think
Hmm.
my idea was that that's how like that thing like damages Penny to the point of borderline no return. But Pietro saves him and that's how he dies.
And then that's it. Penny cannot come back ever again if she dies again.
Yeah. I wonder if she'd still have the maiden powers though, because she's technically getting a new soul by Pietro giving her aura. So does that mean she'd lose the maiden powers, or
I don't know.
Well, if that's happening as early as you think it is, then we have that shot later in the trailer, which we'll get to, that kind of confirms that no, she's still going to have it.
Yeah. Plus
yeah,
even
it was
if-
just a thought.
Plus, like if it happens that early on and she loses it, that kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
It would be really anticlimactic. She was a maiden for all of like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I have maiden powers. Oh, never mind, I'm dead. So yeah, I'm just wondering like if it's gonna be like if it's gonna do much of anything else aside from just be headquarters, I guess. Also, my question, and this is kind of a question I've been having since the end of Volume 7. Is this the new like mobile home base for Salem? Are we to assume that would it be out there to assume that Hazel, Emerald, and Mercury are there too?
No, I think that's like solid to assume it because
Yeah.
if I remember right, Hazel's voice actor said that he recorded all of his lines for this volume.
Oh, he recorded the lines for this. Okay.
Yeah.
But then again, we didn't see them in the trailer.
We don't see a
And if
lot of
they're-
characters in this trailer, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, we
Okay,
don't-
fair point.
like-
Fair point.
With this trailer and the teaser we got earlier, we have one shot of Blake
That's true.
and one shot of Weiss.
That's also true. Well, I make it a point to emphasize that he recorded lines for this because he also does the monster voices for the Grimm.
Oh yeah, true.
And Hazel could still have lines. He just might like show up at the end because
Yeah.
for all we know, they're all at Vacuo and she like split her forces. But we're just gonna have to wait and see.
That's true. She probably could have done that. That'd be smart. That's a smart move.
I mean, it'd be smart to send Hazel there,
Well,
not
yeah.
so much Emerald and Mercury,
Well, no,
because
but,
like Teams Coffee, Sun, and anyone who was at the Vital Festival, which is a lot of people, would call them out immediately.
well, no, but I mean,
True.
like splitting off her forces. Like the bulk of her crew are in Atlas because that's like the danger to them at this point. And especially since the lamp is there. And then send everyone else to Vacuo to actually accomplish their initial mission.
Yeah, because if you think about it, she's already got Watts and Tyrion there. She's got Cinder there, and she's going to be there herself.
Yeah. On the note, though, the next shot is of Salem.
I do want to quickly just touch on one last thing with Mercury, Emerald, and Hazel.
Oh, yeah, sure, go ahead.
I did see this like dumb Ruby comic. That's the actual name this person gives it. Well, like they have derpy faces and they look silly.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, Salem's attacking Atlas, someone's like, "Hey, where are the other three?" They're just back at the castle, just eating pizza, and like Hazel
Playing
and
cards or
Emerald are just playing Go Fish.
Yeah, there you go. That's funny.
Slice
That's
of
pretty-
life, Hazel, Mercury, and Emerald spin-off.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, like they just go out and I don't know, Hazel's like their new dad or something.
You know, we joke about that, but I actually think, like, I mean, obviously not including like them playing cards or eating pizza, but I honestly think like that could be like them going off on their own, Hazel being like their watcher, I guess. I feel like that's actually something that could be a thing in the main show.
Like more so for Emerald than Mercury.
But like Hazel has been very supportive and very protective of both of them. I'm wondering, like, because there's the popular theory that that those two are gonna split off on their own, turn on Salem, either go off on their own or join up with Team RWBY. I don't know.
They turn good.
They turn good. I'm wondering if that does happen, which it's looking like it might. Is Hazel gonna come with them? Because I don't think he actually cares about Salem's goal. He just wants to get to Ozpin.
Yeah, he's just mad at Osmond because of what happened with his sister.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess I could see Hazel tagging along if Emerald and Mercury just decide to bail. I don't know.
The question is, will Mercury kill this father figure or not?
Oh yeah. I don't think so. Anyways, Salem.
She has the lamp.
She has the lamp. So clearly Cinder got up to her. Rocking this new outfit. I'm sure.
I will admit, she does look good.
Yeah.
She does.
Also, you can see Atlas in the background.
Oh yeah. I'm noticing that now. I guess this is like I don't know. I expected her to be closer to Atlas.
Well,
Alright.
keep in mind, there's also the air fleet.
That's true.
It's like all around, so she might have to keep some distance.
True. Because it would take probably a while to destroy the entire air fleet and get close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm picturing her just talking to the whale. Okay, keep your distance, but don't look like you're trying to keep your distance.
It's hard to look like it's keeping its distance with how big it is. Anyways, next shot. It's Yang running through an alleyway. Why? No one knows.
Why did the Yang do this?
I don't know.
There's
Cardio exercise.
Yeah. Imagine that. Just getting exercise in while, Grim Invasion is happening.
There are many theories, one of which I will get to.
Yeah, this could play into a scene we get later.
Yeah.
But yeah, as of right now, we have no idea why she's running through an alleyway. Maybe she's getting chased. Maybe she's chasing someone. I don't really know.
Well, maybe she's looking for something.
That's possible.
Like, who knows? Maybe one of the civilians they're saving has lost a kid and she's, like, running off looking for it.
Maybe. Yeah, not much to go over there.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, we won't really know until later. Next shot makes me depressed. It's Crow looking at Clover's pin.
It covered in blood.
It is. The interesting thing to note is that I assume they're already in prison now, because Crow doesn't have his handcuffs anymore.
I mean,
And
it
he
could
doesn't have
be.
his ring either, so they might have taken that off of him as well.
I thought the ring was on the other hand.
Well, we see both of his hands in the shot.
Yeah.
Well,
we
also, Clover's pin could be covering up a ring.
that's true too.
That's true. It's just like from the shot, it doesn't really look like he's got them on. So like that might also hint that he's in prison because they, took it off him.
I don't know. Man, I still can't help but feel concerned for Crow.
We all do.
I'm really hoping he doesn't revert back to his alcoholic ways. But I can't help but think that that's the direction they're going to be going.
As messed up as this is going to sound, I don't think he's going to get any of that while he's in prison.
Well, true, but I mean, like, when he, like obviously he's going to get busted out. But when he does, that's what I'm concerned about.
The question is, though, who is going to bust him out?
That's true.
Is it going to be Team RWBY, or is it going to be the Happy Huntresses?
I don't know. If it is the Happy Huntresses, I don't know if they'd be. I mean, maybe.
I mean, they'd be there to bust out Robin at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Robin likes Crow, so she'd probably say, free Crow too.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because I just thought, like, because I don't know. Last time we saw the Huntresses with people like RWBY or Crow, they were on opposing sides. So I don't know,
wasn't the last time that we saw them with anyone from Team RWBY, they were running away from Blake and Yang surrendering?
Yeah. Yes.
They just had their hands in the air, like, look, we don't want to fight. Oh crap, they're surrendering! Cheese it!
The one move we didn't expect.
But yeah, I'm just thinking, like, if the Huntresses are there to break out Robin, and she's not like, yo, can we get him out too? For all we know, they could just leave him there.
I don't.
But
I'd assume, like, if they broke into the prison, there'd be like a full-on prison break.
True. Although there would be a prison break probably, but
and then that could be a thing that Watts takes advantage of.
That's also true. But what I'm thinking, like, I hate thinking like this because it's like this is so against what Volume 7 was trying to do for him. But what's stopping him from just staying there? Like, if a full-on prison break does happen, then I find it a little hard to believe that Crow's just going to be like, oh, hey, look, everyone's getting busted out. All right, let's go.
Yeah, true.
He just might
be in Yang.
He just might be too filled with grief and regret and sadness because his friend just died. To be like, he might just want to stay there. He might think he deserves this.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think about that possibility until you just brought it up.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if Team RWBY bust him out, then he might come
also,
out. But
I can't believe we haven't mentioned the obvious.
what's that?
Well, if there's a tiny window in his cell, couldn't he just turn into a bird and fly out?
True. We haven't seen him turn into a bird in a while.
He'd be a literal jailbird.
But yeah.
Oh, that's funny to me.
He just like gets put in prison, shrugs his shoulders, turns into a bird, and just flies out.
But yeah, I don't know. 'Cause I just think that Crow is the type of character to be like, okay, yes, he didn't actually kill Clover.
But he could totally blame himself for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, regardless of what happened, he did put Clover in the position to be killed.
To be fair, they
think,
were all kind of at fault at that, but he was sort of responsible for Clover dying.
And I think
I wouldn't call him responsible, but he played a part in it.
Yeah. I think he feels the same way. Sure, I may not have shoved a sword through his back, but I sure put him in the position to have that happen to him.
I sure helped a psycho serial killer fight him.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm hoping for the best, but I don't. I just see way too many options for the worst.
That's true. I am thinking though that like knowing that Ruby and Yang's in danger might be enough to like push him to spring into action.
True.
Yeah, that could totally be a thing.
Also, I know that I'm like talking like a volume ahead, but
Say again.
Oh, did cut out for you as well.
I'm thinking by like next volume, Crow might have a new weapon.
Oh, maybe. I kind of hope not. I really like Harbinger, but maybe
It's just like
it might be too much
just-
of a reminder, especially with all that blood on it. I
Yeah.
really hope he. I'm really hoping that if, like, let's assume Crow, like the best happens for Crow. He breaks out. He's totally okay with breaking out, and he goes to help. He goes to help out his friends and family. I hope he cleans the blood off this pin and wears it.
That would be nice.
That's what I'm hoping. I hope he just doesn't like keep it like I don't know in his pocket or something. That'd be a waste of a pin.
I want Crow to have a good luck charm.
Exactly.
Oh, what if he starts doing like the fun like thing the Clover did?
That's possible. Yeah. Okay. Next up, what we got? Cinder. Okay. That's great. That's going from one negative shot to another.
Saying that she's nothing without Salem. At least I assume it's Salem that she's talking to.
Well, I would assume.
For all we know, it could totally be Neo, and she's referring to how much the fans freaking love Neo.
realizes Neo might betray her, starts to kiss her ass a bit.
There really isn't much to this shot.
I mean, best we can assume it's when Salem is guessing the lamp.
Yeah, I assume so too. I wonder if I hope this confirms if Salem knows about Neo or not. Because it was so weird to find out that she knew that Cinder was alive. And they just kind of like after that they just kind of like brushed it off. So I wonder if Salem knows that Cinder teamed up with Neo.
Maybe.
I guess even if she did, I don't know if there'd be any consequence to it. Like, yeah, you got you went and got help, but you got the lamp back, and that's all I care about.
Yeah.
You got some ice cream girl helping you. Like, okay.
Salem's just like, where'd you keep on finding these children to help you out?
Although,
Well, do we know how old Neo is?
no, we don't.
Although she is a munchkin, so
That she is. The only thing that would come as a detriment to Salem knowing about Neo, well, it's a detriment to them. It's not a detriment to us. Neo loses her chance to kill Ruby.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the whole point of that is that, well, Neo doesn't have to keep her alive for anything.
Yeah. It'd be for the better for both Cinder and Neo if Salem didn't know, but I find it hard to believe that she doesn't.
I wonder if she can like hear what Cinder's saying through the Grim Arm.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
wondering
maybe-
about that.
I mean, that has to be a thing, right?
Because like I assume that's how she knows Cinder's alive because the Grim Arm is like still active.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, I'm wondering, has the Grandma consumed any more of Cinder?
I don't know. This shot doesn't give us any indication, but
No, it doesn't, but just based on how it was in Volume 5, and then how it was in Volume 6.
Yeah, because she could do a lot more stuff with it compared in Volume 7 compared to Volume 5.
yeah. I almost picture like that's how Cinder's gonna, like when Cinder dies, that's how it's gonna happen, and that is brutal.
Yeah, pretty horrifying when you think about it.
Getting turned into like a grim human hybrid.
Yeah. I wonder if
A lit-
she know. I wonder if she knows about how much the Grim Arm is.
Do you think she even cares because she just knows that she's getting power?
That's also true.
That's what she wants.
Yeah. I wonder even if she, yeah, like even if she does know, like, would it bother her? I don't know. She could see it as like the more the Grim Arm grows, the more powerful it becomes.
Or she could, like, I don't know, pull an Esdeath and just, like, karate chop the Grim Arm off, but I think it's consumed too much of her.
Yeah.
We'll have
Yeah,
to do
because
that
it
at this point.
regenerated from being like completely destroyed in Volume 7.
No, but I mean, like, from just before, like, where it starts.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But that's, like, gone into, like, her shoulder now. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that'd be very stupid if she did it.
Accidentally kills herself in the process.
Yeah.
Okay, it'd be like this really dumb Family Guy scene I remember, where, like, an elderly version of Peter cuts his own arm off, just like, how do you like... Well, oh, wait a minute.
Okay. Next up we have I assume this is like a warehouse or something. I'm not entirely sure what this is supposed to be.
Oh, it looks like... I'm gonna assume it's stuff from the mines. And
Maybe?
they're, like, making makeshift shelters for all the people that they're evacuating.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that might be it. Because I'm seeing like there's campfires, there's all these.
And it
tents,
looks-
of course.
And it looks like there are people around said fires.
Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, sure. That's pretty much that. Hey, it's Rubby.
It's Ruby! And she's gone undercover.
Yes. She finally got her undercover mission.
Yay!
Also, she's actually wearing that hood. I find it funny how she barely does. And it's of her own. Like it. Usually, when she puts that hood on, it's either like due to like someone else putting it on for her, or like when Yang did it that one time in Volume 1. Or for a joke, like with Volume 7. But no, this is Ruby.
Or it's...
And then she takes it off! she puts the hood on and then she just takes it off. Alright, sure. Reminds me of when... It reminds me of before we knew Raven was the Spring Maiden. Like, she kept putting her helmet on and off.
You know, I was thinking that.
It's also like when you're walking and it's raining and then it suddenly stops and you're just like, oh, okay, don't need this anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious what it is she's doing as well. It looks like she's in the same shelter area that we saw before. But I'm wondering what is she doing down there?
Is Atlas she's looking up at, or is that Amity? I can't really...
I think that's Atlas.
I'm pretty sure it's
Atlas. There's all those chains at the bottom.
No, I think she's in Mantle.
Well, yeah, but she's looking up at Atlas.
Yeah, so I'm saying she's directly under it. She's not in the shelters that everyone else is in.
I thought
'Cause
the
I think-
shelters were in...
No, I think the shelters are meant to be, like, outside.
Like in the mine area, and this is more towards like the center of Mantle, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, alright.
That's just my guess from like how it's shot.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't look... Like all the materials around Ruby seem completely different from what the campsite looked like, so I assume that is in a separate area.
Okay. But again, that just begs the question, what is she doing? One of the next few shots we see her and she's back up, I assume she's back up in Atlas. Plus, like, well, that gets into stuff we'll talk more about later. But the heroes do like split off into two teams. One goes back down in Mantle. The other stays up in Atlas.
Maybe this is slightly beforehand, like when they're planning it.
Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe what? Okay.
Like this is Ruby coming up with a plan on what to do. She's gonna be like, okay, you guys stay here. We'll go up there. We'll do our thing. We'll meet back here. And yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know how to finish that.
Okay, next shot. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Oh, this I like. It's what's getting decked in the face?
Yeah. Two Atlas soldiers just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna go punch Watts in his dumb face. Also, hi, Jacques. Didn't think we'd see you again.
So I guess they're cellmates.
I guess. Like I'm gonna be real. I thought Volume 7 was the last we would be seeing Jacques.
Yeah, same, honestly.
I guess not. Or maybe, I mean, it's also possible this is just like a one-time thing. Like, Watts is gonna get broken out for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Like
Um,
Tyrion's more than most likely gonna do it.
Yeah. But I imagine, like,
You d-
I don't know, like Watts gets broken out, and Jacques like, wait, what about me? And Watts like, I don't know, like, what are you supposed to do? And he just leaves them.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you don't really have any power left at this point.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Atlas is gonna fall. So what use are you?
I mean, the best I can think of is that they get him to like agree to join Salem as long as he just gives up. Okay, so here are the codes and clearances you need to get into the Schnee Dust Company to like steal all the supplies or something.
Mhm.
Like maybe that could be it.
Also, so what's weird is Watts is now in this like hard light cell, which is a very, very big contrast from when we last saw him.
Or maybe this is like they put him in a different area. Like maybe this is like for questioning.
Well, I know this is a different area, duh. But like, why in the world would Ironwood just decide to put Arthur Watts in a hard light room? Like filled with.
Honestly,
I
They
assume
took
this-
away his rings, so he can't really manipulate dust anymore.
True, but you can't like. I mean, Watts definitely does have experience with stuff like this, so.
Yeah, but watch him have like a tooth that has some kind of remote in it. He just like snaps the tooth off, and boom, he's out.
Oh, watch, that's gonna happen.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool, actually.
If
That
happens,
would, now that I say it.
If that happens, I'm gonna laugh, and we're definitely
No,
gonna bring
if-
that up when it does.
If that happens, then I am psychic confirmed.
I give
Yeah.
you full credit if that happens.
But yeah, that's Watts. Cool.
Oh no! What if it's not a tooth? And what if he? Did you guys ever play the campaign of Black Ops 2?
No.
No.
Okay, well, spoiler alert, there's a villain called Menendez, and one of the things he does is get himself captured, and then he rips out one of his eyes, and it turns out one, it was fake, and he has...
Well, I imagine.
Yeah.
You
And he has like
wouldn't rip
some
out your
sort
own
of,
eye for no reason.
and he has some sort of like USB in it.
Ah, okay.
So, like, it could be a tooth, it could be an eye, who knows?
Who knows? Next shot, Nora is about to bring the hammer down.
Yep, and I'm guessing, well, yeah, locked door. Nora just absorb the
Locked door.
electricity and whack it with the hammer.
Locked door go tumbling down. That's what's gonna happen. That's the locks are being electrified. What's up with that? Locks. It looks like whatever she's about to hit has like electricity emitting from it. I'm wondering what that's all about.
Well, we know there's something important behind that door then.
I imagine. Also, I imagine Nora's probably just gonna like absorb it or something. Give it a
Yeah,
shot we get later.
Yeah, we get a
Mhm.
shot like that later.
I actually didn't think about that until just now. All right. Tyrion. Hi, buddy. I was wondering where you were going.
Oh, it looks like he is at the whale.
Yeah, he's 100% at the whale. What
Just
can
still-
they? Maybe it's just my bias, but what can they do with Tyrion anymore? I feel like I can't help but think that this is going to be Tyrion's last volume.
Maybe. I hope not, though.
I say just wait and see.
Yeah. I think at least I have to say that I think at least one of Salem's inner circle has to be going down this volume, whether it be Tyrion or Watts or
I'm still surprised it wasn't Watt's last volume.
yeah.
Like, okay, you brought up why did Ironwood move into another cell? Why did he keep him alive?
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah. The only
uh,
thing I can think of is like getting information about Salem out of him.
Oh, do you really think Watts is gonna talk?
I know, but like that's the only realistic reason there is for keeping him alive.
What other info would he? What other info would Ironwood need as well? That's whatever. Like I say that because like everyone.
I mean,
everyone is
best I can think of is, oh, what's Salem gonna do next? I'm just like, bro, isn't it obvious?
gonna
Maybe-
There's only
destroy
one
Atlas.
kingdom left.
Maybe where the spooky Grim Castle is.
Then maybe. Although
You
if
know what? That
Ironwood's-
is entirely possible.
I don't know if Ironwood's just gonna jettison himself up into orbit, then I don't.
Maybe
think
he
would
just
need
wanted
know.
to. He just wanted to throw Watts from a higher area.
Oh man, that would suck.
Oh god, like no, he just like gets him to the very edge of Atlas and he's like, "This is Atlas!" And just kicks him in the chest.
Dying by lava was too good for you. This is how you die. Drops him off of Atlas out of orbit.
And then Watts is just like fooling. Well, I'm gonna be at this for a while. And then he just like, I don't know, starts doing some like weird dances, like flips and stuff.
If I'm going out in style. Does a triple forward flip.
Well, then he just pulls his scroll out, like, what am I doing? This is my chance to atone for everything. Just like call someone. And it's like, hey, sorry about that stuff I did.
Oh, I like that robot chicken Palpatine skit
Yes.
thing.
Anyways, so I say that one of Salem's inner circle has to go down this volume because like everyone is speculating, and for good reason, honestly. Everyone is speculating that the heroes are gonna lose this volume, or at the very least, like lose this arc. Like, Alice is going down. Alice is going down, and someone or I don't know, something bad needs to happen. Salem just can't show up, and then nothing bad ever comes from it. However, I'm also of the opinion, and while I agree with that, I'm also of the opinion that Salem needs to take some losses at some point.
Yeah.
Most of the all of the villains we've gotten so far that have died have either worked with Salem for a very short time or were not a part of her inner circle.
The closest I can think of that would have been in an inner circle is Adam.
Yeah, and even then he wasn't. So
Yeah.
he bailed on Salem the first chance he got. So because he wasn't really working for Salem. He was just allying
just
himself
sort-
with her to achieve his goals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like a
that-
mutual partnership, not him wanting to like serve at the high table.
Yeah. The other one that's closer, that's as close as Roman. But even then, like he was just hired on. And like
Maybe
what choice
Talk.
did he have?
Talk, technically, if you want to count that.
Oh, we don't really know a whole lot about her.
I don't-
So
I don't really know if I would count that just because it is a flashback thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think they did confirm that she was working for Salem, though. I don't know.
oh,
I mean, I
alright.
can't think of anyone else she'd be working for.
Well, yeah, but yeah, one of Salem's inner people needs to die this volume. That's all I'm saying.
I think personally, it's probably gonna be Watts.
Probably.
It's either going to be Watts or Tyrion.
Yeah,
And-
I think it's either Watts or Tyrion.
Like, out of them, I would say Watts, because I remember someone brought this whole idea up. Because we're about to have this like big war in Atlas, which is like the technological kingdom, and then we're gonna go to Vacuo inevitably, which doesn't really like Atlas tech, given
Yeah.
from what we know of it from the books. So there's gonna be like 0 point to what's being around there.
Yeah, true. Okay. Next up we have Blake. Blake, Nora, Weiss, Penny, and Ruby are preparing for a fight. Penny is wondering what the heck to do.
Can I just say, yay, Blake? Hey, this is the only shot of her I get, okay?
We'll let you have that one.
Yeah. Also, yes, her hair is a tiny bit floofier. They made such a big deal about it, and
Which
I could barely
I-
tell a difference.
Which I freaking love, okay?
No, it's great, but like, I just love how leading up to this, they made such a big deal about like, oh, Blake's hair is getting longer, it's getting floofier, and it's like barely any, like, it's noticeable, but it's like that's,
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Because-
guess I was just expecting a little bit more. I guess that concept art we did see probably didn't help.
Yeah, because like, the concept that we got before Volume 7 showed her hair being like this, but then it's really straight
Yeah.
in the volume, so it was kind of weird.
Yeah, that concept art also showed that it kind of gave me the impression that Ruby's hair was going to go back to the way it was before, but nope. Still, I'm honestly not sure what Ruby's going for here.
Also, Max sent me a message about this. Weiss's hair got changed a little bit too.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the ponytail. Like they updated the braid a little bit.
I didn't notice that when I was first watching it.
Nor did I, honestly, but this is the guy who's as obsessed with Weiss as I am with Blake, so
Yeah.
there we go.
If I'm gonna take a wild guess as to who they're preparing to fight, it's the Aesops.
Probably.
Hmm. Yeah, probably.
That's what I'm guessing.
I mean, I can't think of anyone else it would be.
Yeah. Which will also probably explain why Penny is so like unsure of what to do. Which is kind of a recurring theme in this trailer. I'm noticing. Penny just has no idea what to do ever.
Which does make sense considering she's kind of like working against the people she's been working with for like the majority of her life.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. We have Vine. Hey, we finally see Vine's weapon.
It looks a lot like Tyrion's, I have to say.
It does a bit, but it also looks like a really massive shuriken.
Yeah, that's what it is. Why are we seeing it now? Like, come on, we've known Vine for a while.
It's also like it's so brief as well. Like I had to slow down the trailer by a lot just to like actually get a good look at it.
Yeah.
Also, he's in some kind of like whirlwind, I guess. I'm very curious what that's all about.
Oh! No, there's someone I know who can do that.
What's that?
Mercury.
Oh.
Remember, he did that in the Vital Festival.
Oh wait.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Okay, I paused at just the right time. I'm noticing this now. Vine's shuriken has like this vial
There's like
in
a
it.
purple. Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and assume gravity dust.
Probably so we can like throw it and it comes back or something like that.
Yeah. I guess a shuriken does make sense for a character like Vine to use as a
Oh.
weapon.
Oh no, wait! It could also be Penny using her maiden powers.
Or Weiss using like wind dust or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
Is-
maybe.
Is there wind dust? I can't remember.
I don't know if there is.
I
Or
don't-
if there is, we haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Then again, they make dust for everything, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, alright. Next, we have Yang, Ren, and Jean on floating motorbikes.
But they're not playing a card game.
No, they're not. They're chasing after a flying Grim. I assume the flying Grim has Oscar.
Yeah, it does. Like, if you pause it at the right time and look really close, you can see the Grim is holding something. So,
Please tell me it's a monkey Grim.
well, it has wings.
Well, yeah, I hope it's one of the flying monkeys because you know Oscar's based off of Dorothy, and that happened in the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Okay, now I'm trying to decide who amongst the rest of the group are who in the Wizard of Oz in this situation.
Well, Oscar's Dorothy, Ozpin's the old wizard.
No. I mean, like, of Jean, Yang, and Ren. Like, the rest of the group in the Wizard of Oz.
Ren's the Tin Man because he's losing his compassion. I guess.
Sure.
Yang is. I don't know.
Yeah, this idea doesn't really work.
No, it
Yeah,
doesn't
it
really.
doesn't.
I could only think of the Ren comparison.
Okay. Oh, next shot. Mate, you have a lot to say about this one, I assume.
Yeah, it's a close-up on Yang's eyes, and her pupils shrink a little bit. And
She's frightened by something.
yeah, this has me thinking a whole manner of reasons. And one of the things I saw someone bring up that, yeah, did cross my mind. For whom has Yang's eyes done that when she's been, fearing for them?
Jesus Christ!
Blake?
Don't tell me.
2 people. Those are Ruby and Blake.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say this is like Adam coming back or something for a second.
Oh, hell no! Although, to
Imagine
be fair, that would be one hell of a twist. Like, it turns out he survived. And he's just been, like, dragging his corpse under the ocean to Atlas this whole time.
Oh, also,
I evolved to get gills so I can breathe underwater.
she's sweating also.
Yeah. And
So
in terms of, like, if it's fearing for someone, it'd be, like, for Ruby or Blake, probably, because they're the only people that she seems to do that for.
yeah.
Erin did post that when recording her lines for this volume, she had to do a lot of screaming.
Oh
Oh
no.
boy.
So that could be involved in it. Maybe. And oh, by the way, in case anyone gets any bright ideas, Erin also confirmed that she's recording lines for Volume 9.
Oh yeah.
So,
Okay.
If anyone wants to make some snarky, oh, Blake's gonna die this volume, don't.
I mean, it could be her ghost in volume. No, I'm joking.
That's not a thing.
Okay. Well, we'll find out.
Or who knows? Maybe she gets those eyes, those fearful eyes, for someone else for a change.
Or it could maybe be like her reaction to seeing what's happened to Mantle or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, either that
Or-
or it's like maybe I don't know. Like I feel like it'd be a little weird to do that, but I don't know. Maybe it's like her reaction to Oscar getting napped.
And Oscar's like on the bike that she's on from the like sneak peek we saw.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Like he gets like nabbed right from under her, and she's just like, "Oh crap."
Mm-hmm. Okay, next shot. We see Grim and a giant hole in a wall and 2 dead Atlas robots. No, that's it.
Oh, there's more. Wait. Okay, yeah, there's 2. Never mind. Thought I saw more.
Don't know
Moment of
whether...
silence for the 2 dead Atlas robots.
And moment over.
Yep.
Then we get a Grim going after Yang on her bike.
Yeah, isn't this the same type of Grim that we saw at the near end of Volume 7?
Yeah, I'm also looking closely at Yang. Oscar is not there.
Oh, yeah.
So this could be after he gets taken.
Possibly, and this is like another Grim trying to stop her from reaching the Grim that got Oscar.
Maybe.
Also, look at this Grim's tail. What the heck? That's excessive. Alright.
Oh, do you think like Yang, Ren, and Jean are going to be fighting these Grim while doing awesome tricks on bikes?
Probably.
Oh,
Yang
that'd be
probably-
cool.
That
Yang
would
probably
be
do
cool.
that.
Oh, Yang would absolutely do it.
Next shot. Ruby hugging Penny.
Ah,
Wholesomeness.
Yeah.
he.
I don't. I assumed this when we saw this. Like we saw the shorter teaser at RTX, but I'm not so sure anymore. Are they still on the Atlas ship they were on at the end of Volume 7?
I want to say it looks like they are, but I noticed that Weiss is like next to Ruby and not on the other side of Penny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit weird. But they did end the volume on the ship because, like, they were like, "Where's Oscar?" And then it was the scene where Oscar was falling down the Atlas shaft or whatever.
Also, Penny is very sad in this shot. Oh no.
I mean, she was sad at the end of the volume too.
I mean, I know, but like, if this isn't the ship they were on, I don't know. I don't like what this is implying.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
shit!
yeah. I just realized what you were thinking.
Okay, and then here's the Nora shot where she gets charged up by lightning. Not really much.
And it
going on.
zooms in on her eye.
Yeah, for some reason. I assume like in the full scene when we see it in the show, like I don't know, maybe it's some like electricity will show up in her eyes. I don't know. And then long awkward pause, and then suddenly Ironwood.
Yeah, and I've seen some people bring this up. So like, we see Ironwood through the back.
Oh shoot!
Okay, I
I'm
can't-
realizing this now. I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Before we get
Winter
into that,
is. Oh, sorry.
yeah. Before we get into that, I want to point out some cool things to note. First off, Iron Man has both of his guns back. Cool.
Hmm.
He has a new.
And
he-
yeah,
I
he's
assume
got something new.
I assume that's a metal arm. Either that or
Yeah.
it's just new armor. I don't know.
I think it is a new arm.
Well,
Probably.
great. Now he's becoming less and less human.
Okay, so he's got half of his chest and his head left.
Yep.
That's all you really need, isn't it?
I still would really like to know what happened to give him that much of a robot body. All right. Okay. So, what Mate was going to point out before, behind Ironwood, we see a bed, and a person lying down on said bed.
That's absolutely Winter.
Has to be.
It's either Winter or because this is like a hospital room or something like that. Because in front of Ironwood, we see the Aesops, and they're obviously looking at Clover's dead body.
And I'm probably going to blame either Team Ruby or Crow.
Well, the official reports are most likely saying Crow. So
Oh, yeah, true.
yeah, they're probably just gonna blame Crow.
Oh
Imagine-
god, and they may have access to the prison.
Oh
Oh
god.
gosh.
Oh Jesus.
Dude, imagine how Ironwood feels. Um,
Hmm.
Crow Bronwyn, one of his closest friends, just killed one of his top agents.
And Team RWBY kicked all the asses of the others.
Yeah. Oh,
Not
great.
his day.
Not his day.
Hmm.
He did get to shoot a kid though, so there we go. One plus thing.
Oh god.
Okay, so the person behind Ironwood, I'm not sure if this is like a hospital or if it's like, I don't know. I think it's either Winter or Freya.
I don't know if it's
Hmm.
Freya. It might just
Um,
be like Clover's body with like the blanket over it, like what happens in morgues, I assume.
well, behind Ironwood, I mean.
Yeah, we're talking about like from whose perspective are we like viewing this?
Oh, okay, yeah, that would make more sense.
You know,
yeah.
that's why I think it's Winter. Like it's gonna be like a first person shot when she's
Oh,
waking up
maybe.
in the hospital.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
This is an awkward first-person shot if it is, though. Anyway, then we see Aesop's, I assume, preparing for orders. They look pissed, except for Marrow. He just looks as unsure as ever.
Yeah.
Dude,
Okay,
Harriet especially, she's pissed.
Well, yeah, after how she got her ass handed to her, I can't imagine why.
She's
True,
just a really
and-
angry person. Like a teenager starts to beat her, and then she just goes, "They're too dangerous to be kept alive."
Yeah. Also, they just lost their leader, so
I kind of want to call it the Elm is going to be the one in charge now.
probably.
Just based on the fact that in the Amity Arena cards, they mention the Elm is like the second best of all the Aesops.
Oh, then yeah, she's gonna be the new leader. My question is, are they gonna finally maybe Ironwood would teach them how to like work as a team? Because that's why they lost to Team RWBY.
Yeah. I mean, I doubt they're going to learn it in like 2 days.
Well, no, but like they're gonna be pushed in that direction. It's like
Ironwood puts them through a training montage.
Ironwood's just gonna be like, "Yo, guys, you need to start working as a team now."
You lack one thing, one very important thing. Friendship.
Indeed. Okay, then. Oh, wow, these shots are going by really fast.
I mean, the trailer's only a minute long.
Well, I know, but like, these last few shots just keep going. Like, we see something, and then it fades to black, and then we see another thing, and then it fades to black, and then we see another thing, and then it fades to black. I can't keep up. Okay, Cinder looming over Atlas.
And I've just noticed that Atlas still has its air fleet above it.
Yep.
And there's a whole lot of Grim flying around. It looks like there's some kind of weird red
Yeah,
plant
I'm really
looking
curious
thing.
what that
Yeah.
is.
Is that part of the whale?
Maybe.
Is that like the Grim Castle thing?
Maybe.
Like, was that maybe like inside the whale, and then like the whale just like spat it out or something like that, so that you could like move the base?
What I'm curious on is where is Cinder looking over right now? Like, what is she standing?
Also,
on?
I've only just realized we don't see Neo in this entire trailer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, unless this is like a shot from Neo's perspective, like looking at Cinder.
Yeah, it could be.
Maybe.
You
Also,
see,
what is
Neo.
this-
Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
Also, my question is, what is this black thing hanging over the cliff? That's probably not important to anything at all, but I'm curious.
Maybe part of Cinder's outfit, because it's the same
Oh,
shade
yeah.
of black.
Also,
could be.
That's probably Cinder's cloak then. Because we saw it in Volume 6. She had like a cloak that like covered half her body. And then when we see her in Volume 7, she doesn't have it anymore. Maybe this is it.
Yeah, could
just-
be.
She just ditches it. Good riddance. It didn't look good on you anyway. Okay. Okay, now we have this famous shot. Penny with Winter Maiden power.
Yep.
Winter Maiden eyes.
By the way, this trailer loves its eye shots, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And because of that, I love that so many people have named their Twitter accounts Yang's left eye, Yang's right eye, Penny's left eye, Penny's right eye, Nora's right eye.
I'm noticing this trailer also loves its fades to black. Even on this one shot of Penny. We get it. It's a shot of Penny.
The shot that lasts for 3 seconds and then it just fades to black.
Yeah. Then we get the logo. Okay. Whatever. And then okay, this shot's actually kind of disgusting.
Yeah. Something opens and, well, yeah, this is a new Grim being born, I'm guessing.
Maybe.
Like, coming out of its weird cocoon thingy. I'm assuming that's what it is. Either way, it's mad gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's opening up like blood or something. It's gross. But it opens
You don't
up.
think this is like the whale's mouth? I know that wouldn't make sense for it to have like teeth in the back of its throat, but
I don't think so. Because because it looks like Salem's still inside it. But yeah, it opens up to Salem with the lamp again. We get it. She has the freaking lamp.
Show me the diamond in the rough.
Yeah. She shows it to a Grim. The Grim sniffs it.
Because, turns out, she doesn't know how the lamp works and how to summon Jinn.
Yeah, which is weird.
Honestly, that makes sense, considering, like, Oz has been hiding this for, like, what, how long?
True. But then how would she know it's a lamp?
she might have not. Like maybe she didn't know what the relics looked like. It's just like there's vaults with relics in it. Go get the relics.
Maybe. Also, I have the trailer muted, obviously, but
Yeah, so do I.
But
She tells her... She basically wants the person who knows how the lamp works and says, bring him to me.
yeah,
Which is
that's-
absolutely leading into Oscar getting kidnapped.
yeah. Because
Find him, my pretties.
Because I remember when the initial teaser came out, it was people were questioning like, is she hunting after Oscar? Or is she hunting after Ruby? But this totally confirms that she's going after Oscar.
Even if she didn't specifically say, bring him to me, I mean, when you think about it, it's kind of obvious that she would be talking about Osborn / Oscar.
Yeah.
Because for all she knows, Team Ruby don't know how it works, but Osborn definitely does.
True.
Yeah, because if she knows what Ozpin's like, she probably thinks he wouldn't have told them how to summon the lamp. How to summon Jinn.
But then again, Ruby did say to her that the lamp showed us
Oh, that's right.
like everything,
Oh.
so...
Maybe
anyway, she said he.
yeah.
She
Yeah,
said bring him to me, so...
Yeah, it's Oscar.
Yeah.
But maybe she might go after Ruby if she fails to get Oscar. Like, she can't get Oscar, go after Ruby instead, maybe?
Maybe. I have a hard time believing that Salem's gonna fail to get Oscar.
I mean, he's a wizard now, so who knows what he can do.
You're a wizard, Oscar.
Yeah, but like,
I'm a what?
well, I also feel like we need to see a shot. We need to see a moment of Oscar and Salem meeting.
And sassing each other.
Yeah. I would say it would also lead to Ozpin taking over Oscar's body again, but I think his days of doing that are done.
I
Because
actually
like, the
love it
lines
if...
between the two are kind of like blaring together at this point, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'd kind of love it if Osborn tries to do that, but Oscar like resists and pretty much just cancels it out.
Hmm.
Like, no, I'm in control. I'm not assimilating into you. You're assimilating into me, bitch.
Says that in front of Salem as well.
And Salem's just looking at him like, the
Salem's
hell
like,
is happening?
Yeah.
I wonder if this will be how he gets his semblance, because they hinted at that in Volume 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if like 2 power-ups for Oscar back-to-back would... if they do that or not.
Yeah, I feel like we have to get Oscar semblance at some point. And soon.
Mm.
So yeah. But yeah, that's the trailer. Volume 8 comes out November 7th.
Yee.
So look forward to that.
I am.
That was 3 weeks yesterday.
Yeah. With that, let's move on to RTX.
Yes.
Me and Mate actually did a video on.
You know, I genuinely forgot about that.
I was wondering, huh?
Sorry.
No, it's fine. So watch that when it comes out. We did a reaction to this panel.
You know what? I'm actually gonna like find it and do it now.
Okay.
I mean, I usually end up editing these, so I'll do that and then this.
Yeah. So just going over real quick what the announcements were. RWBY Volume 7 is coming to, or has come to, home video
And Blu-ray.
and Blu-ray. It's the same thing.
I was thinking digital download when
Oh.
you said home video.
We're getting a bunch of new shirts and the like. One of which is one of those jean jacket things. And it has Team RWBY's Volume 7 Amity Arena artwork, so it looks kind of cool.
We also got Yang's aviator jacket,
Yep.
which sold out immediately.
All the cosplayers were very happy with that.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
And just throwing this out there, it is meant for unisex, so hey, guys, if you want one, nothing's stopping you.
Yeah, there you go.
Except for the fact they're all sold out.
Yeah.
Okay, that is stopping you.
We also got these cool Team RWBY reimagined shirts. Basically Team RWBY in different art styles. Looks kind of neat. It's not my thing, but it looks kind of neat. Yep, we got Yang's aviator jacket. We got cosplay hoodies for Penny and Neo of all characters. We got pins. We got Ruby, Weiss, Blake, Yang, and Crow pins. And I'm just now realizing that Team RWBY are all in their Volume 7 outfits, but Crow is not.
We also got. By the way, the reason I remember this so much is because of Aaron's brilliant segue to it. The Geeky Tikis.
Yes.
Like, okay, the segue was like, she had to mention something. She goes, Geeky Tiki! It was great.
What they are is literally they're cups. They're tiki cups.
Yep.
They look ridiculous.
So if you've ever wanted to drink out of Team RWBY's heads, then you can do that now.
That sounds so weird.
That
Hey.
does.
They said it, okay?
Let's see what else we got. I'm trying
We
to
got
save
coffee.
Yes. I'm trying to save like one of the big one for last. Aside from the big one aside from the Volume 8 teaser we kind of just talked about. We got these. I don't really know what these things are supposed. I don't really remember what these things are supposed to be. They look like books. I don't remember what they're. Oh, there are books. Okay. We're getting new RWBY books. Cool. New RWBY manga as well. So if you're into that stuff, I'm not, but
I believe it's the Juniper anthology.
yes. More Pyrrha stuff that's not canon. Yay.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. They mentioned this for the anthology mangas. And honestly, this is the way I look at them. They're canon if they don't contradict the volume. Like, that's more or less like how I look at it, and I think that's how they even said, like, it's both canon but not canon at the same time.
Yeah, kind of what they did for the old Star Wars Legends comics. They were like canon unless they contradicted the movies.
Anyways, more shirts, and these have manga art on them. One of which also has Roman Torchwick. That's kind of cool. You see more of him. Oh, this one. Okay. Good Smile. You heard of them? I don't know if you have. They make action figures. They make figures.
Gorgeous action figures.
Yes. And they are making one for RWBY and one for Weiss.
And they look great.
They look.
Oh, they look
great.
freaking-tastic. Just give me Blake.
We saw this RWBY one before.
Yeah, I think it was shown at RTX, like last year, not this year.
Something like that.
So there you go. In 2 years' time, mate, you'll finally get your Blake figure.
To go with the bunch I already have.
But they talked a little bit more.
And I go, you know what? Never mind.
They talked a little bit more about what this figure can do. It's not posable. That kind of sucks. But Crescent Rose is removable. You can take it out of her hands for some reason. Okay, sure. And the figure also comes on a stand. You can take it off. The problem with that is that the stand is connected. Is that whoever designed this just did not think this far ahead. The pegs are on RWBY's feet.
Oof.
Oh.
Should have put the pegs on the stands there, buddies.
Yeah.
Because now, like, take the stand off, and RWBY's not going to be able to stand up. Good thinking there, guys.
Yeah. By the way, can I just go back to the coffee thing I mentioned?
Yeah, sure.
So they mentioned on the panel, "Oh, do you guys like coffee?" And when I heard that, I was like, "Oh, is this going to be like another Team Coffee related book?" No, it's actual coffee.
Actual coffee.
Actual
Yeah.
coffee.
Okay.
And-
Sure.
No, they don't even use Team Coffee as advertisement for it.
That's a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
I think someone actually made a fan comic about that, where Team Coffee themselves were pissed. But no, it's actual blends of coffee from RWBY.
Yeah. They also said that coffee's going to show up in Volume 8 briefly, with no plot relevance to it whatsoever. Cool. Thanks. We definitely needed to know that.
Yang, don't you love drinking Huntress coffee? Oh, yes, I do.
Dad, where can we buy this lovely cup of Joe?
In stores now.
Meanwhile, Blake's just there I'll stick
heck
with you.
are you guys talking about? Going back to Good Smile, they're making Nendoroid figures for Team RWBY. We saw. If you don't know what Nendoroid is, basically think the pop vinyl fig. Yeah, chibi. I was gonna say pop vinyl figures, but less exaggerated. But yeah, that works too. we saw the figure for Ruby. It looks adorable. And we see what they're going for Weiss, Blake, and Yang. So yeah, cool. Yep, there's the coffee. Cool, whatever. There's a board game, card game. There's a board game. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I've forgotten a bunch of this stuff.
So
yeah,
did I.
I'm going through the panel now. That's the only reason I'm remembering any of this.
Oh, okay.
There's a Ruby Combat Ready board game that I totally forgot exists until just now.
Oh, wait, they've got a new expansion for it.
Yeah, they're putting in a Juniper expansion. A little weird that they're putting in an expansion, considering I've never actually heard of this game. So
I've heard of it, but never played it, mostly because I don't have anyone to play it with.
okay, there's that announcement.
That's sad.
There's that
I feel you
announcement.
there.
No, here's something annoying. When I was going into RTX, I think, Amber said that she was going to take her copy, and like, I don't know, we could play it together. That never happened!
Oh.
Oof.
Although we got to play Mario Kart, and I kicked her ass.
Well, there we go. You got your revenge.
And then she got revenge for that by beating me with a pillow.
Well,
All right.
I thought it was funny.
Learning more about.
something interesting about the Combat Ready game, though. Before Volume 6 came out, they actually announced that you could see one of the villains in the new Combat Ready game, and that was Miss Malachite,
Oh.
I believe.
Huh.
So,
All right,
there you go.
then.
Who turned out to be the mother of those twins from the Yellow trailer.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, those were the Malachite twins.
Oh.
They also confirmed it in the commentaries.
Well, there you go. Okay, I assume this is the last announcement, which is good because this is the one I wanted to say for last.
I have one thing I don't think is what you're going to bring up, though.
If that's the case, then go ahead.
So, for those who really cared about this, we got confirmation on the rest of Team RWBY's birthdays.
Oh, yes.
We did.
Yeah. So, Weiss was born May 15th. Blake was born January 19th.
There's a funny thing about that. We'll talk about it later.
And Yang was born July 28th.
Fitting. Given... Yeah, if you listen to iBurn, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, big shock. Yang was born in July.
Okay, so the funny thing about Blake being born was, say, January 29th or something?
19th.
19th. Okay, I was close. Is that Volume 6, Episode 12, Seeing Red,
Oh, this!
Oh, yeah.
was released on both was released on Rooster Teeth that day and
if you
released
don't remember
on,
which episode that is,
and released on, I think it was also released on YouTube the year later.
that's the episode where Adam died.
Yeah.
Adam died on Blake's birthday.
Hold on. I'm looking this up.
Best birthday present for Blake.
Her
Yeah, right.
abuser gets murdered.
That would be the best.
Bit morbid to say, though.
Yeah, well, he was a jerk. Wasn't. Okay. I looked
True.
up to see if the episode came out on YouTube the same day the year later. It didn't. Dang it. Okay.
Aw.
Okay. Point is, it came out on Rooster Teeth that day, which is probably why they picked it.
That is just too funny.
Curious why they decided to have Weiss's birthday be in May, though.
Yeah, I didn't notice this until I saw some art by AG, who just did like, okay, this is how each different kind of fan is reacting to all this confirmation.
Okay.
So each of Team RWBY were born in a different season.
Oh.
Yeah, Blake was born in winter, Weiss in spring, Yang in summer, and Ruby in fall. So
Yeah.
if any theorists want to think, oh, that confirms they're going to be the maidens, then go ahead.
There you go. This also means that Blake is the oldest member of the team.
Yeah, which is something that I have in common with her because I was the oldest amongst all of my friends at school. So that's another thing that I guess I share with her.
Well, there we
Yeah.
go. More connections.
E.
That's kind of weird. I was always under the assumption that Yang was the oldest. All right, I guess.
I thought
not.
she was older than Weiss anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. The order literally goes. It goes Blake, Weiss, Yang, then Ruby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was not expecting that. So that's interesting. Also, I guess if we're talking about that, also, they confirmed what the semblances of Ironwood and Watts. And
Oh,
the latter
yeah.
being he doesn't have one.
Yeah, mostly because he saw it as a kind of a waste of time. Like,
Yeah.
why train and all this to unlock it when with technology in my mind I can do way more?
Yeah, which makes his fight with Ironwood a lot more impressive when you think about it.
Yeah. Speaking of who,
Yeah, Ironwood's semblance is he's a Green Lantern. His semblance is willpower. That's literally it.
well,
He has-
considering he was overcome by fear, then I guess he'd be a Yellow Lantern now.
True.
Well, yellow is the green's biggest weakness, so that does kind of work as well.
Yeah, that's true. Ironwood
Does that-
has.
Does that mean Yang could kick his ass by just whipping her hair at him?
Who knows?
Who knows? But here's the funny thing: Ironwood has an iron will.
That
A.
There you go. This also means like all the fights we see with Ironwood, we keep a bunch of people keep thinking like, all right, is this going to be the fight that reveals his semblance? No, because his semblance is one of the least flashier ones.
it's kind of like Crows.
Yeah,
like,
except
well-
good.
It's not like flashy or anything. So
Yeah.
It fits his character really well as well.
Yeah. It like Ironwood's definitely the character like once he sets his mind to something, like you're not gonna change his mind. So this works. It also works because I feel like okay, they knew what Ironwood's semblance was going to be for a while. Because in his fight with Watts, you see like him pulling his arm out of the hard light. Yeah, that was a semblance. That was a semblance didn't work.
God, that scene was painful to watch the first
It
time.
was. It's really cool though.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I can't think of anything else they like kind of subtly like was like, yeah, this is the thing that happened. Or this is the thing we can say. So I guess we can get to the big one. Remember Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle? Bet you do.
I certainly do. I freaking loved that game. I've even got the acrylic stands from the collector's edition right in front of me.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I put them in order of who I know the most to the least. It goes Ruby, Yu Narukami, Ragnar the Blood Edge, to Hyde from Undernight.
Oh,
Yeah.
poor Hyde.
Sorry, I never heard of you before this game came out.
Yeah, to be fair, I haven't either. I've heard of Undernight before the game, but that's literally because of that one 1 minute melee that everyone forgets.
I mean, I'd heard of Persona, but never really got into it. I watched Max's Let's Play of Persona 4 and friggin' fell in love with that story.
Oh yeah, Persona 4 is
And-
so good.
Oh, it's so good.
Like one of the reasons I got the game in the first place, aside from the RWBY characters, was also because you could play as Yu Narukami, who is actually my main in that game.
Nice.
And
I should bring this up just for the hell of it. I am so happy I looked into Persona 4 and knew its story beforehand, because oh my god, I would have been confused.
Yeah, even after you've like seen the story, you still are kind of confused after it as well.
Yeah, but like in Cross-Tag Battle, they do not explain Persona in the slightest.
Yeah, well, I'm not a Persona fan. I just kind of was like, well, I don't get it, but I bet it makes sense to Persona fans, so whatever. I just kind of shrugged it off. Anyways, long story short, Rooster Teeth is teaming up with Arc System Works again to develop a RWBY game that we know nothing about. But the big thing, the most important factor, is that they're also teaming up with WayForward.
Who are the makers behind Shantae?
Yeah.
And many other beat-em-ups and fighting games.
So I imagine that's what we're getting here.
And if you ask me, a RWBY beat-em-up sounds pretty damn fun.
That would be cool. Like an open world beat 'em up game set in the RWBY world would be awesome.
That would be.
As long as it's not like you go through the game, you explore areas and then you press the circle button over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's I played way too much Legend of Spyro. Thank you very much. Spoiler alert: do not play that game. It's not very good.
You're telling me you don't like Lord of the Rings? How dare you?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm guessing this is either going to be a beat 'em up or a fighting game. Chances are it's going to be a beat 'em up.
Probably could be a standalone RWBY fighting game. Who knows?
Yeah. We don't know anything about it at the moment. We just know these three companies are working together and it's coming out in 2021. That's it.
We also don't know what consoles it's going to be out for.
Yeah. They said modern consoles, but they say modern. It's coming out in 2021. The PS5.
So does that mean it's going to be like PS5 and Xbox One X?
And I assume Nintendo Switch.
Well, yeah. I would assume so. It seemed like a lot of. I'm looking at WayForward's the games that WayForward's made right now. Most of them are on Nintendo.
By the way, if anyone from WayForward just so happens to be watching this by some divine miracle,
first off, hi.
Yeah, and thank you. And can I just make a little recommendation for this game? If you want to make bank, have the collector's edition on the Switch come with Joy-Cons that are modeled after the scrolls on the show.
Yes! I would love that.
I would pre-order the hell out of those.
And if you want to send us an early edition of the game so we can review it early, that'd be appreciated.
I'll make a video on it.
I absolutely would.
Dude, I'd do it.
Also, I'm just throwing this out there. If it's available on Xbox, I'm getting all the achievements in it. Nothing will stop me from doing that. I already did it with Grim Eclipse.
Yeah. Yeah, if WayForward just magically happens to give us review copies, like I'm making a video on that for sure.
Definitely.
I mean, I'd probably make something on it, regardless.
That'd be the first review copy I'd ever get. That'd be silly. But yeah, like they said, modern consoles. I assume at the time they meant of course, PS4 and Xbox One, but it's coming out. It's coming out in 2021. So does that mean we're gonna get PS5 and Series X versions as well? Do they have access to those already? Do they have access to those dev kits already? That'd be weird.
Honestly, with Xbox Series X, I imagine that's just going to be like the new brand of Xbox One.
Yeah. And I think you can play PS4 games on PS5s anyway. So
yeah, you can. I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see.
Also, I have another like hope for the RWBY game.
What's that?
Okay, because Way Forward also makes Shantae, and I know Max would go nuts if this was a thing.
I know where you're going with this.
Can Weiss learn a skill where she just like uses her hair as a whip, like Shantae? Like just whips her hair at people? Something akin to Mega Man X learning the Hadouken and the Shoryuken.
oh, that would be cooler. Like a Shantae costume for one of the characters.
Oh man.
Is it weird I can picture Blake getting that costume?
I could see it.
Just, okay, before anyone says anything, because a lot of Blake's early designs are, like, more pirate-y than the others.
Yeah.
I only ever picked up on that because Aaron realized it recently and made a comment on how, like, oh, so that means, like, her and Yang are like a pirate and a cowgirl.
Yes.
Hey, those are her words, not mine.
Blake is secretly a pirate. That's all I'm saying. That'd be the twist. That'd be quite the twist. Actually, no. I guess that makes sense. She and Adam were involved in some crazy stuff. Whatever. But yeah, that's basically it. So, hopes and predictions for this volume. Go. Okay, can I make one prediction that I think most people are making at this point?
What was that?
Yeah.
Ironwood's going to die this volume.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't think there's any way that he could transition into going to Vacuo or anything like that. So I'm thinking he's probably.
I don't know. I don't see Ironwood surviving this. Either he's gonna go down fighting Salem, or he's gonna like I don't know, drop Atlas on her.
That would be a cool way to go out.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of something we glossed over because we were mostly talking about the visual shots of the trailer. Ironwood was saying like Salem's gonna destroy Atlas, which will also destroy like any hope humanity has left. Okay, this kind of makes sense for Ironwood's character, but at the same time, I don't like this line.
Yeah, but when you think about like the rest of the world, like because Atlas is like the military kingdom.
Sure, but that
So-
also just. But I also feel
Yeah,
like I also feel like that just kind of downplays the importance of the other kingdoms.
And we know Vacuo is preparing for an attack because, like, they've even acknowledged, like, okay, look, Beacon fell, Mistral got attacked. We're probably going to get attacked at some point, so we're getting ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a detail I really liked in the book.
Yeah.
So yeah. Like again, I get it. I get what Ironwood was trying to say, but it just sounds like I'm reminded of like stuff from like Volume 4, like the generic, like the stereotypical opinions of Atlas's people. Like we're the top dog of the world. Everyone else is like pathetic compared to us. That's what I was reminded of when I heard that line. I was like, that's cool. So Ironwood's starting to feel that way too.
I think maybe it's more like if the biggest out, That's kind of going to be like a crushing blow for everyone else.
Mm.
Yeah, I can see that.
But it is a bit like conceited as well.
Yeah, it's also like I don't know. Like I think that line right there kind of like shows that like there's no saving, I guess. There's no saving Ironwood. Like this is how he is now.
Although we've got Team RWBY trying to save as many people as they can, well, we didn't bring this up, but they're still talking about getting Amity online,
Yeah.
so they can
Oh yeah,
warn
we
the rest of the
completely
world.
glossed over that.
Yeah.
So why the heroes are splitting off? So one team, which I assume is Blake, Nora, Penny, Ruby, and Weiss, is going up to Atlas. They're gonna continue on with the plan for Amity, while the rest are down in Mantle evacuating the city.
Could you imagine if like Ironwood is announcing Salem's existence to the entire world as he's like plummeting Atlas into the giant whale grim?
Well, he already did. He already did. Oh wait, I know what you mean. He revealed Salem's existence to Atlas. And Mantle.
Oh, and he makes that as like I guess like an inspirational thing and like motivation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before he dies.
Like, yeah, this is the true strength of like not just Atlas but the whole world. And boom.
And then everyone is like shocked and horrified when Salem just emerges from the rubble. Like, yeah, whatever. I'm okay.
Just does like the Luke Skywalker thing from The Last Jedi, just like wipes the rubble off of her shoulder.
Well, she pulls a Superman from Goku v Superman 2 going, huh, I actually felt that.
But yeah, I think Ironwood's gonna die in this volume. I do agree. Okay, there's a comment. There's a trying to think of how to word this. There's an idea going around that okay, this volume. Okay, so Salem's here. Duh. Salem's here. She's unleashing her attack on Atlas. She's invading the country. The heroes are pretty much backed against the wall at this point.
Yeah, people thinking someone on the good side is gonna die.
Yeah. Okay. I can agree that this attack is going to destroy Atlas. The heroes are going to lose Atlas. Like they lost Beacon.
Yeah.
I feel that's safe to assume. However, I don't agree with the idea that the way to like hurt us and like I agree that something bad needs to happen.
But it doesn't have to be a character dying.
Yeah. Like if it just doesn't seem right to have the go-to idea to just like raise stakes is to kill someone. Like
Yeah, because it's kind of a cheap way of raising the stakes of a show by just like murdering one of your characters.
Yeah. Like Atlas is it's supposed to be the shining symbol of the symbol of hope for Remnant. So basically, like all you really need to do to raise stakes at that point is to destroy it.
Yeah.
Take down Atlas. That's all you got to do, and that's all that's okay. A character is like good or bad. A character is going to die this volume.
At least one.
At least one.
Place your bets, folks. Who is it going to be? Let's actually get a Deadpool going.
You get an actual Deadpool of who we think's gonna die.
You know, I made this joke before, like for Volume 7, but I could just imagine, like, you know, the How It Should Have Ended villain pub?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, but it's all Rooster Teeth villains. And just for the hell of it, the bartender is Wiz, because he calls himself a mad scientist. And he kills off many beloved characters.
Indeed.
True.
And he's just like, well, it's been a long time, but Salem's finally attacking and going to make a name for herself.
Yeah.
And just like, let's have a Deadpool, who's in? And then Deadpool actually shows up and calls him Ben.
But anyways, yes. So, well, okay. Like I said, I do agree that something bad needs to happen this volume, because Salem just can't show up and then it amounts to nothing. That just kind of makes her a weak villain, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So something bad has to go down. Maybe it will involve a character death. I don't know. That's not what I'm saying, but it's possible.
Although, if it does go that route, should we go through who it could be? Just because.
Sure.
Okay, well, let's just get this out of the way. It's not going to be any of Team RWBY, because freaking duh.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
So that limits it to the rest of Juniper, Maria, Penny, Pietro, and Crow.
Yeah.
Honestly, my money's on Ren. Because, like, he's kind of becoming more, like, cold and more, like, militaristic last season, and they're going to expand on it this season. So, I don't know, I'm just getting some death flags from Ren, if I have to be honest.
I can see it. I hate it.
Maybe.
There's also, I mean, also just considering what Team Juniper are based on.
Oh, you're gonna talk about that theory?
Yeah. Like I think like the big one is Jean. Because he's based on Joan of Arc. And Joan of Arc.
The theory is that he's gonna get burnt alive.
Yeah.
I think that theory's gotten more popular because didn't Miles recently leave Rooster Teeth?
Sort of.
He left Rooster Teeth in terms of, like, he doesn't work in the office, well, anymore. But he's still a writer for all the shows, and he'll still voice characters.
Oh, okay. It's just because, like, once I saw that announced, I saw, like, people mentioning the John's gonna die thing a bit more.
Yeah, and let me guess, a whole bunch of people were like, oh no, it's the end of Rooster Teeth. Oh, shut the fuck up.
It's not.
That's what it's like with every single, like, employee, like, leaving or getting fired or whatever. Like, it's the end of Rooster Teeth. It's not.
Yeah, so anyone who likes to say that whenever, like, someone leaves Rooster Teeth or someone gets fired, to quote one of my favorite films of all time, Hot Fuzz, I just have to say, jog on. You also can't see it, but I flipped off the camera.
I appreciate the extra effort.
Yeah.
But yeah, just because someone leaves a company doesn't mean, oh, the company's going to change forever and it's going to go downhill from here.
Yeah, plus, like, Miles still does stuff, is still going to be doing stuff for Rooster Teeth. He just doesn't officially work with them anymore.
Yeah.
I think Bernie is going through the same thing.
Well, he also left Rooster Teeth because he left the country.
That's also true.
So unless you were hoping that he's still going to be at the company via, like, some kind of floating Jor-El head from Superman, which sounds freaking cool, I will not lie.
They just get, like, a laptop on a wheelchair and he just moves around the office.
No, he's like that mobile unit from Big Bang Theory that Sheldon used.
Yes.
Okay.
That'd be funny, but way too much work.
Yeah.
Imagine
Um,
having that at the Christmas party.
I still like the Jarrell head idea.
um, anyways, so yeah, the back on John. Yeah, a popular theory is that he's gonna try and get revenge on Cinder, and Cinder's just gonna burn him alive. There's also
Thing is-
there's also theory still going around, like this isn't a death thing, but there's also theory still going around that Ruby's going to lose an eye. Stop that.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before.
Yep,
Ooh, the parallels to Cinder. They're both missing an eye.
Yeah.
Plus, I guess then it would be like, oh, Ruby has like super eyes. What if she loses one, and that creates like a thing for her to overcome?
Can you imagine if like the rest like because like the power is from both of her eyes, so can you imagine if like the power from one eye just gets transferred over to the other?
Oh my god.
That'd be painful.
Oh no, I think some of like the reasoning for that is because I think even Monty mentioned this. Some of the original concept art that Ruby had was that she was going to have an eye patch, so that could also lean into it. Although I remember some concept art of Blake, she had heterochromia.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
just throwing it out there.
Okay. I remember. I hate that I have to bring this up again. I remember when Volume 7 was coming out, the popular theory was that Crow was gonna die. And it doesn't seem like that's going away anytime soon.
I thought the
Yeah.
theory that he was going to die was in Volume 6.
Well, it carried over.
It's like every volume ever since Volume 4, people have been saying Crow's gonna die next volume.
Oh god, that just has me thinking. Some guy who really wants that is just like, okay, he's gonna die this volume. It ends and he's still alive. Damn it, okay, he's gonna die this volume. Doesn't die. Fuck. Well, it has to be this time. Oh, come on.
Imagine
I'm
like
just imagining that, and it's funny.
imagine
And the
that-
one time Crow does die, he doesn't believe it. He'll
Yeah.
be back next volume.
He'll be back. Imagine like there's that guy like he keeps thinking like, okay, it's gonna be this volume. It doesn't happen. All right, crap. Okay, it's gonna be this volume. It doesn't happen. Crap. It's gonna happen this volume. Volume turns out to be the finale. And he's still alive. It's like, well, gosh dang it.
It'll
survived
happen in the
entire volume.
spin-offs.
He'll die in spin-offs. Yes. Still hoping for that Team Stark thing. Anyways,
I would love a Team Stark prequel.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
It especially carried over into Volume 7 because of, well, you know, I think people know where I'm going at with what I'm getting at with that.
If it's what I think it is, I don't think we need to bring that up.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So yeah, but I don't know. I want that to stop though because I don't want Crow to die. He's been through way too much.
Hey, at least he didn't go the way of the Good Witch.
That's true.
That's true.
First time I've publicly used that, by the way.
The way of the Good Witch.
That's a thing me and Max say to each other.
You get relegated to off-screen land. Never to be seen again. Sad. Yeah, I don't know.
I've heard people mention Maria and Pietro dying this volume.
Oh yeah, I've
as
heard
well.
that too.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that happening eventually.
Yeah.
Especially with Pietro, because it means, like, okay, so that means if Penny dies, that's it, she's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to quote Thanos, no resurrections this time.
Yeah. I guess it also kind of make parallels to Church, from Red versus Blue.
I miss
Um,
Church.
I miss him too, buddy.
I was trying to do a Caboose voice for that.
I know. Um,
Speaking of, watching season 15 is painful.
yeah. Yeah, I can see Maria and Pietro dying. Pietro especially. Pietro, I think, has been having death flags waved around him since day one.
I remember hearing the theory that all of Crow's death flags got transferred to Pietro.
They really have. Every time I see Pietro, it just seems like more and more death flags just get spawned on him. It's weird. But yeah. I've also heard someone, I don't remember who, but I remember hearing someone say that this is gonna be Cinder's last volume. And I don't see it.
Oh, that was Max.
Oh, that's right, it was Max. Yeah, I don't see it.
We can only hope.
We can only hope.
The question is, if she dies, who do the full maiden powers go to?
Ruby.
I mean, assuming it's by Ruby's hands. But then again, she's so obsessed with revenge that... Yeah, it'd be Ruby.
Yeah, I don't see this. I see Cinder lasting a little longer.
So do I. I don't want her to, though.
No, I don't either. Like, there's always that villain. Like, you just really want to see them die.
Yeah, and she's like died 3 times and come back from all of them.
I remember
That's
having
true.
a conversation with someone at a convention. It was before Volume 6 came out, and they were trying to tell me that, Cinder is dead. And I gave him all these reasonings as to, like, well, no, she's clearly not. But he wasn't having any of it. Second episode of Volume 6 comes out, she's alive.
Yeah.
And in my reaction, I was like, I fucking know it!
I mean, I knew she was coming back, but I hoped.
Yeah. At that point, it was like it got to a point where it was just like denial.
Yeah, pretty much. I would have liked Raven a lot more if she did kill Cinder, though. So.
Yeah. It's always satisfying to see Cinder get humiliated.
Yeah, I kind of want to go back to the whole, like, possibility of Ren dying and the whole Juniper theory thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember hearing about this, like, an idea that they could sort of do Romeo and Juliet with them. Especially considering that
shoot.
one of them dies via poisoning and the other, well, you know.
Yeah.
Only just like with Team Juniper and what they're based on, this one is also gender bent.
Oh.
So like Nora gets poisoned, and then Ren,
Does the thing, yeah.
yeah.
Um.
To be fair, that does kind of tie into the what Nora's based off, because Thor did die in Norse mythology due to being poisoned. That's how he died.
And we do have a villain running around who has poison.
Oh shoot. That's right.
Poor John if that happens, though.
Oh, I would feel so bad for him.
Like, all of his teammates are dead
Yeah.
if that happens.
You want me to make?
The thing is, as much sense as that theory makes, I don't want that to happen.
Oh,
I don't
heck
want
no.
it to either.
I want Ren and Nora to sort their stuff out, to live happily ever after all this is over, and then have very, very, very zen babies that have lightning coming out of them.
Sure. I can make it worse. Did you guys see the RTX at home fan panel that people like Claxon Arnold did?
I did not.
Briefly, I saw little snips of it in a highlight reel, but
Okay. So one of the things they brought up, because Claxon is a very, very firm believer that one of the main heroes, not like Team RWBY, but one of the heroes we've been sticking around with for a while has to die this volume. This is where the idea came from, actually.
Yeah.
And one of the ideas that that they brought up, one of the ideas that they brought up was both Nora and Ren get like fatally wounded. But John can save one of them. But he can only save one.
Oh, no.
Why did you have to bring that up?
Why?
Had to get it off of my mind.
Fair.
Because, like, then the other one would probably hate John afterwards because they chose to save them over the other one.
Yeah. Okay. I really don't want to talk about this, but I just feel like it's worth getting our thoughts on out there.
Okay, go ahead.
If that does happen, who do you think Jean would pick?
I don't really want to think about that.
Yeah, exactly. But
Neither do I, but I think it'd be Nora.
you think so?
I mean, the only reason I'd think maybe Nora is like Ren encourages him to save Nora over himself.
Yeah. Because, like, while Ren's, like, John's best friend, I think he'd, like, respect Ren's wishes to let Nora, like, live more, I guess.
Probably. Now that you say that. Okay. I just like you guys had the exact same reaction. when I
I
saw
know,
At
that
the
was
exact
funny.
same time as well.
Yeah, I kind of want to touch on something that I see, well, most of the fan base bring up, that it's more so something I don't think will happen this volume.
What's that?
Bzz.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no.
don't think that's
this is
happening
not the
this
volume for that.
No, it's really not.
Yeah, just have Blake and Yang making out while everyone's dying from a grim attack. Totally appropriate.
I mean, I have heard like some people say, okay, what if they do this scene, and okay, yeah, that could work, and it wouldn't be terribly out of place. So yeah, I could buy that, but no, I think this isn't the volume to do it.
No.
Yeah.
I say that as
Watch
a
it
fan
happen.
of that idea.
Yeah, but like watch it happen now. Like
Hey, if it happens, I'm cool with it.
it's like every time we get a new volume, like this is it. This is gonna happen. It's gonna happen here. Especially volume 7 because that's after the volume where Adam gets dead.
And they have all those like looks between each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been better if they just confirmed it then, to be
yeah.
honest.
I don't know, because like, okay, because everyone complained at the end of Volume 6, why wasn't there a kiss between the two? They just killed a guy.
Yeah.
That's not the time. Like, hell no.
Yeah, no, that's not the time.
And honestly, I think Erin said it best in one of her like streamed reactions. Like with the way they were at the end of that volume, she reckons like, no, it's not going to happen like right away, but they'll realize like, okay, that's how they feel about each other, and they'll progress from there, like, people naturally would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think they probably could have done more than just more subtle hints. And so like I don't know, maybe just I don't know what they could have done, but
I mean, my guess at this point is it's either going to happen at the very end of Volume 8 or in Volume 9, I think, at this point. Because, like, maybe them being apart from each other will, like, make them realize how much they actually care about each other. And then that'll cause them to get together towards the end of Volume 8.
Fun fact, there's something I noticed, and if that happens in Volume 9, it would fit in so freaking perfectly.
Oh, what's that?
Okay, so a lot of people draw parallels to like Ren and Nora with Blake and Yang.
Mm-hmm.
So with Ren and Nora,
Oh yeah, Ren and Nora are separated too.
oh yeah, they are.
Okay.
So in Volume 2, they get a song in the soundtrack which wasn't featured in the actual volume, that being Boop.
Boop.
2 volumes later, they get that little intimate handhold scene on a ship heading towards a new kingdom.
Oh.
3 volumes later...
I know where you're going with this.
3 volumes later, there's the kiss. Now as for Blake and Yang, Volume 4, they get a song.
Bumblebee.
2 volumes later, handhold on the ship heading towards the New Kingdom. 3 volumes later, which would be volume 9. I'm just saying it would fit.
Yeah. Plus, they'd probably be in Vacuo, so that'd be a more appropriate place for them to get together instead of, like, while they're trying to prevent a Grim invasion.
Possibly. But, I don't think it'll happen this volume.
No,
And
we're in the middle of a Grim invasion and a possible continent collapse. I don't think it's the time.
I mean, if there is a scene that they could do to make it work, then okay, sure, I'll take it. But
I don't see it.
yeah, nor do I. So,
if anything, I think this should continue to flesh out Ren and Nora. Because they kind of just left on awkward terms in the last volume. And
also, Samantha Ireland brought this up at an MCM Comic-Con, like, before Volume 7 came out. Like, we should be getting Nora's backstory.
Yeah.
We still don't have that.
Yeah, we were meant to get it in Volume 7, but it had to be pushed back. And I think Miles even said that something that was meant to be in Volume 7 had to be pushed back to Volume 8.
Yeah, he said that in the commentary.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, okay. That's probably Nora backstory.
I hope they can implement it correctly. Because, like, it'd be a bit weird if we just, like, jump away from the action, just have, like, an episode dedicated to Nora's flashback.
Yeah, especially since this volume is supposed to take place in the span of, like, a couple days.
What if half the volumes are just the volume is just flashbacks?
Be like RVB season 9. Or rather season 10. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever.
It was both.
It was both. I say season 9 because, like, that was, like, the high, like, the flashbacks were the main reason for that season's existence. So
but it still was fun to see everything going down in Halo Reach.
True.
Which, my personal favorite Halo, by the way.
Fair.
Good pick.
But yeah. Is there anything else that needs discussion? Because I think we're good.
I think so, aside from, like, what our predictions are for Volume 8.
Thing is, I'm trying to think of mine. I don't know.
I think will also depend, like, is this, like, the technical end of the Atlas arc? Because, like,
I don't know if it is, because Volume 9 has already been, well, it's been greenlit, and they've already finished writing it.
Yeah.
Plus, Aaron's been recording lines for it already.
Well, I mean, like, after Volume 8, are we going to leave Atlas?
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, that was kind of the idea for Volume 6. Like, the in-between trip, I guess, for, between, Mistral and Atlas. So we're gonna get that again for Volume 9, or what? But I'm just saying, if this is, like, the end of the, like, if we're leaving Atlas at the end of this volume, my main prediction is Atlas is going down.
Yeah, I feel that's a safe bet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Atlas is gonna fall. Maybe Ironwood will, like, ride it as it plummets towards the Earth and, like, smash Salem with it.
If that does happen...
If that happens, I want to see fan art of, like, Ironwood riding it like you get people riding a nuke. he's got a cowboy hat on.
Yeah, I can't really think of many other predictions. I just think, like, heroes are gonna lose. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's all we can really say at the moment until we see the first episode.
Yeah, and also I'm just gonna throw this out there. A big hope I have, just let Blake be okay.
Yeah.
Just on the basis that Aaron recorded a lot of screams. But then there's the question, are they screams of pain? Are they screams of like her just fighting and kicking a lot of ass? Like, who the hell knows?
Yeah. Yeah, if she had to record screen,
Although then again, what if they were screaming for someone else?
True.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't necessarily mean Blake is in danger, but at least someone is, and Blake is aware of it.
Yeah, like, just saying screams is pretty vague.
Yeah.
True.
It's like, hell, like, when Volume 6 was wrapping up, Aaron, Barbara, and Nephone were hyping up something, but no one knew what it was, and everyone assumed it was, like, shipping stuff. No, it was the Penny was revealed to be alive.
Yeah, Neith is also hyping up something for this volume as well.
Yeah.
Soon. Can't wait for all of you to see this, especially this one scene in particular that I think everyone will find very compelling.
I'm both excited and scared. Because who knows what the hell it could be.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, because compelling's also pretty vague as well.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I can't think of much else.
Cool. So, I guess I guess that's gonna be it for now. Latest I can see us coming back is when, the Volume 8 premiere gets released.
I just realized I'm going to be doing reactions, I'm going to be doing discussions with Max, and I'm going to be doing this.
Yep, have fun, buddy.
Yay! I love Ruby. I'm up for doing stuff.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like, if anyone ever got the idea that I'm not a Ruby fan, you clearly haven't seen my room.
Clearly, don't know it.
Yeah.
Or
Clearly
just
don't
haven't
know
looked
what's
at my
going down.
profile pic, which is Blake dressed as Mikasa Ackerman from Attack on Titan.
Yeah. Oh, one big hope. This isn't a prediction. This is a hope. Pray for Crow. Please.
I say just pray for the good guys in general.
Well, yeah, but like especially Crow. I've been feeling this way since that episode. You know what I'm talking about.
True.
Please don't do anything to Crow. He's been through way too much.
And don't do anything horrible to Blake. She's been through a lot, alright?
Yeah. Okay, so I guess that's gonna be it. So I guess we'll see you guys when Volume 8 comes out.
Or if not that, there's still the idea that we do one discussing the Vacuo books.
Oh yeah, that too.
Where it's just me and Aidan going through the stories of both, and you're just like, wait, that happened?
Your live reaction to our recap of the books.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm down. That might be like our buffer, I guess. I don't know. Like between this podcast and then Volume 8. I don't know. Okay. So with that, we're gonna wrap up here. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.